What toy has red skin, pierced nipples, 2 horns, a nice big old crown, and a huge flaming sword? This guy! Hey there, toy collectors out there. Do you like gay toys or gay dolls that may be anatomically correct? Well, I have Bobby Bull, hot as hell. He's from the Out Collector Figure site. This doll was a limited first edition. There are probably going to be other releases of him later on the Out Collector Figures website. This guy is a beast, muscled and hairy. Bobby Bull is hot. The packaging is somewhat basic, but still nice in the sense you can display him without actually taking him out. Some people don't like to remove their toys / dolls / figures, but I'm not that guy. So let's go and take him out. And here he is. He's pretty darn gorgeous, isn't he? Look at those beautiful eyes. His accessories include a change of hands, one of which has a gripping action, an alternate head, which I'm probably going to be displaying him with because I think that's pretty darn cool. Look at that crown. And his sword, which has this magic action being attached to it, and I think that's pretty darn awesome. Now let's look at the doll himself. I'm loving the sculpt they did on him. I mean, look at his chest. You can actually see the hair that's been sculpted on there. Close up, you can see he has hair on his arms too. His legs are also quite veiny. Here's a bit of view of the back side of him. I love the detail on the feet. I know the toenails aren't technically supposed to be painted in, but I kind of like the idea that maybe they are. There are several different Bobbies that have come out from the Out Collector's site. This one only came with the actual loincloth and butt flap for the back. However, if you choose to do so, there are other clothing alternatives if you were to buy from the site directly. Okay, so I switched out his hands so he can grip his flaming sword, which I just kind of like the idea of having him a flaming sword, and he looks very cool being able to hold something like this. Out figure collectors aren't really known for their posability. In fact, the only things that could really move in most of the figures are just the heads and the arms. However, this guy has articulation in his elbows, which that's kind of unique, and I'm glad that they did that. Not to mention that his mid-torso can also move as well. So I switched out his head. This is definitely the head that I'm going to display him with. I just love this crown that he's got. Why do we see so many anime characters that has like a band-aid or something to that effect over the nose? It just seems like that's something that's very common. The details of having the nipples pierced, totally into that. The sword is a nice touch. Even though this isn't technically an action figure, I could just go ahead and pose him alongside some of my action figures that are close to his height. Here's a comparison next to the other 2 Out Collector figures that I have. I'm hoping later I'm going to be able to add to them and have a couple other buddies join them. Final shot of Bobby Bull with some of the other gay toys that I own, some of which are also anatomically correct, but that's another story for another day. Anyways though, I really like this guy. I think he looks incredibly cool. Now, if you want to get him yourself, he's available at outcollectorfigures.com. However, he is a little expensive. There are other variants of him as well too, different head sculpts, different clothing, and different skin tones as well. It all depends on what you like. I personally like the Bull version where he looks like he's angry and he's got the crown on his head and stuff. To me, I think that's incredibly awesome, but everyone else has their own personal thing. Anyways though, thank you guys for joining me in this video. Be sure to check out my Patreon site, my websites, and social media sites, and everything else out there. Peace, love, namaste, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Sadly, there are pieces to this toy that I cannot show on YouTube because they probably wouldn't like the idea that you're showing the genitals to a toy figure. But it is available to see on other websites if you're so interested in doing so.